if I go to Event Viewer, you can see here's a list of how many events that I can actually put into my device. I can put up to 50 events, and I can put up to 128 actions. So you can build 128 separate commands, and you can build 50. And the reason for 50 is, we only have a certain amount of buttons. So you don't need to make more events than we have buttons for. Okay? So my event definition, now this is where I'm going to make the macros. In our case, at this point, we've only got 2 actions, but I can still go through the process. I'm going to make an event description called power on. And this trigger quick list, I can assign this to a GPI if I want, because the CB6000 has a GPI, which is also referred to as an input. And what that is, it monitors for a contact closure. So if I had a contact closure, I could push a button and launch an event. That could be like a panic button if you're using our conductor system. Now, the time start here, I can use time as a trigger. We're really not going to spend a lot of time with that because we have a product called the Maestro, and it's better to use the Maestro as the timed event trigger because it's easier to manage from one location. Because let's say you had 50 CB6000s and they're all set to 5 o'clock, and then the school says, we don't want 5 o'clock, we want 4:30. You have to touch all 50 CB6000s. It's better to do it from the Maestro because then you can change it in one location. Now people say, well, why do you have time in there at all? Well, because you might use the CB6000 in a conference room, and it's all by itself, and it doesn't make sense to have the Maestro in that case. And then it's okay. Okay. So for the event power on, I push this plus button because now I'm going to add actions. Well, I've only got 2 actions available right now, so that's okay. I'll select that one, and then I will hit save. And remember, even if it's a single action, you still have to make it an event because that's what the buttons point at. So now if I go back to my event viewer, you'll see that I have a single event. And again, I can test it from here. Normally, events in our world, in K-12, you're not going to have a lot of actions assigned to the event. You might have 2 because you might want to turn the projector to VGA 1 and at the same time switch the audio amplifier to input number 3. So there can be situations where you get more elaborate with your with how many actions you put into an event. And you can put as many actions to an event as you want. I mean, up to 128. But its usefulness is really 1, 2, 3, or maybe 4. Because I just can't think of too many scenarios where you would want more than 4. And some of these actions, as you learn more about our controllers, some of these actions can be wait statements and pauses. So you can say projector on, and then wait for 20 seconds, and then do another command.